Okay, so how do we get to these videos? First, go to this BVSD staff website, and then you want to go to the instructional playbook. The tile for teaching and learning is all the way to the right, so you'll click on that one. Here you will see the phases of the model. If you click the drop box, you can see the definitions, and then you see 5 tiles. Each tile links to an overview video of each phase. So I just clicked on engage. And just to note, these overview videos are between 6 to 10 minutes in length. They give a definition and a description of the phase of the model. They're not professional learning, they're just a knowledge share. They're not going to guide people through a module. It's just this is what the phase is, this is what it looks like in the real world. So let's listen to a few minutes from each of the 5 videos.
The BVSD instructional model. Engage. Use students' experiences and strengths to build relevance, create context, and spark curiosity. So prep and plan time isn't exactly growing on trees. So what are the evidence-based features of an effective Engage activity that make it worth the time to plan and do? This 6-minute video describes 5 evidence-based strategies to engage students when you launch a lesson or a unit. These 5 strategies are a synthesis of the literature shown here. First, keep it real. Use real-world examples, real problems, real stories, and references to real careers.
The driving question for this project became, what is the most effective corrosive inhibitor?
So there are 3 exhibits for this mystery piece. Here is how we're going to interact with the posters. We're going to use this thinking routine called See, Think, and Wonder. There are 2 for things you see. I see that. There are 2 for I think, my interpretation of what I see is. And then I wonder. I have a question, and this is my question.
So we kicked off the project using a mystery piece. And the purpose of the mystery piece was to captivate the students' interest in the particular topic that we'd be studying without fully giving it away. And so the mystery piece consisted of pictures, text, graphs, images of the flipped water crisis. And the purpose of this was basically to spark the curiosity of the student.
This video gives an 8-minute overview of the set goals phase of the BVSD instructional model. Having a clearly identified goal has a 0.75 effect size on learning. That's really high. Most teachers already set learning goals in one way or another. Now, with the BVSD instructional model, we have a common definition, so we can go from good to great, with goal setting as a cohesive system. Let's try another. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells are the key ideas from the standards. The power verb is to compare and contrast. The task is making a Venn diagram. Here is what the learning goal might look like. So those are the 3 parts of a meaningful content goal that defines success for students. Let's watch a social studies teacher using content and language goals in action.
Let's talk about our content objective. Cheyenne, what is our content objective?
We will describe the importance of free speech and press in a democratic society.
Okay, so we're going to describe the importance of free speech and press in a democratic society. Okay, and our language objective, or how we're going to show that we know this, is what, Ethan?
We will create illustrations that depict freedom of speech and press, then write a complete sentence which expresses why these rights are important to a democratic society.
Okay, so you guys know where we're going with this.
This is the BVSD instructional model. This video focuses on the phase of Guide New Learning. In Guide New Learning, teachers teach, differentiate, and scaffold content to make standards comprehensible. Learning includes high levels of structured academic talk, flexible groupings, and experiences that require complex thinking. This definition mentions several evidence-based strategies to guide new learning. We'll focus on 4 today. 1. Scaffolding up to standards. 2. structured academic talk, 3, varying groupings of students, and 4, planning for complex thinking and tasks. You can see here the literature base used and referenced in this phase of the model. John Hattie's research in particular attaches a significantly high effect size on learning when these 4 practices are used to guide learning. Let's look at some practical examples. The first strategy is the scaffold up towards the standard. Exemplars are one super solid way to scaffold up. Exemplars demystify what success looks like and provide a map. Analyzing teacher and student exemplars as part of learning is a key scaffolding strategy. Visuals are another powerful way to scaffold up to the standard. When students have a visual connection in the classroom to pictures, models, or key vocabulary, students have a tool to reach the standard. The next way to scaffold up is through chunking content. Cognitive science research tells us that breaking content into logical segments makes the information easier to process, learn, and remember. So break those big ideas into smaller, manageable bites as a scaffold. Finally, pre-teaching vocabulary before reading or doing an activity puts unfamiliar words in context and facilitates greater comprehension. A Freyer model is a great and easy way to pre-teach vocabulary. Let's watch teachers scaffolding up.
To recap, 4 evidence-based practices to reinforce and reflect include formative checks, wise feedback, reteaching within the universal classroom, and the learning pact. Which one will you try out?
For more videos and examples, go to the Instructional Playbooks Teaching and Learning section.
Here's the shared definition. Students demonstrate attainment of unit standards. After data analysis, teachers support learning in a new way for students who have not yet shown competence on key prioritized standards. This phase only happens towards the end of a unit of study. When we look at your design and assessment, it's critical that we know which standards are addressed in each item. Assessments don't have to be long, they just need to precisely measure the standard-based learning target. When assessment items are aligned to standards, we as teachers can analyze the data efficiently and in much less time. Which items are essential building blocks and need reteaching? Which students need support in a different way?